All right. Welcome back, my fellow queers. How's it going? So, we are here, and why are we here? You know, you might be asking yourself, this is kind of weird, bro. For some reason, you're going into this? You're like, gee, I wonder what all these people's opinions are. Well, okay, let's go into it. What happened? I played Immortals of Aveum, and I'm actually thinking of doing this for the quarry as well. And I was like, this dog water horse crap woke game. I was like, I want to see what the shills have to say. So of course, we're not seeing this on everybody else's platform. This is Xbox. But we're going to go through with Immortals of Aveum. We're going to go through the woke reviews, the woke reviewers, and we're just going to see what is the desecration of civilization. Now, let me share with you, because we're making this video, I was like, well, I might as well make my own review. So this is my review for Immortals of Aveum. As you see, it is bad story. Oh, sorry, fantasy for wokies. Absolutely correct there. Man, this guy's a really smart dude. Frick. Man, I bet he gets all the ladies. Anyways, bad story, bad writing, woke cast, ugly cast, annoying characters, man, women, beta soy boy men, Abby from Last of Us 2, male humiliation ritual, boring gameplay. Man, how is this guy? Yeah, this is something really weird right now. Very strange. This guy's nailing it so far out of the park. How does he just? This guy must be so intelligent because he is just, he understands every layer of what's wrong with this game. He is just, bro, he must be a Chad. No one talks like this unless they're a raging Chad. So anyways, all high leaders are diverse women. Yeah, the highmost leaders in the world in the story, all the generals and all the chicks that everyone answers and reports to, it's all diverse women. You gotta love that. No white men, interesting. Female soldiers, interesting. Who is this guy? He's so smart. This is a feminist fan fiction power fantasy. Now that's true. Man, when I was playing the game, I definitely found that to be true. And then he says, this guy's crazy, man. He's going this far. I want to join the villains. Whoa. Wow. That's a crazy position to lead off from before he springboards into this. It's not ma'am, it's sir. Interesting. Well, that's true. That is true. The woman, I forget her name now, literally just finished the game. Forget her name already. Whoever the frick she is, it's not ma'am, it's sir. Yeah, that's true. All the women expect to be called sir in this game, and especially that freaking biatch. The man woman biatch, absolute man woman. She expected to be named sir throughout the game. Okay. Okay, interesting. So by the way, I don't know how long. Oh yeah, by the way, that was my review. Anyways, so I don't know how long we want to go with this. I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna be a trial run. So we're just gonna do this for a little while because we got a lot to get to. I bought Smite 2. Frickin' A, bro. And I hate my life because I missed the first beta period and now it's back open. So randomly, or unless it's not going to go, it might not allow me actually to go through matchmaking. We'll see, because right now I don't know if they're saying that they're going through another closed alpha session. But right now, it's letting me into the server. So I'm just going to assume that we're allowed in and we can play the game. So this is not going to be a very long video. And also another game came out today. Helnua Songblade? Whatever. Something about the freaking chick that has problems with her head. Anyways, we're going to be playing 2 new games today. So we're going to get through this video relatively quickly. So anyways, let's go through what the shills have to say about Immortals of Aveum. Can't wait to see your guys' opinions. All right, the cons. The voice acting's really bad, but I don't think it's the actor's fault. You don't think that? The writing is wretched. It is wretched. I will agree with you on that. In this serious fantasy shooter, they have the main character saying stuff like, "Now that's some Triarch, she," right there. I don't know how I want to say it. She, right there, brother. Yikes. Also, I don't know what it is, but I don't feel very immersed. It feels like everything is just set dressing. Yes. Oh my gosh, that is very true. Everything feels very generic and like nothing's lived in. And this is what I said in my review. It hasn't come out yet. But I say, you cannot get immersed into this world. It's so terribly made. The world building is terrible. All right, anyways, it feels like everything's just set dressing, people included. Very true. The world just seems shallow somehow. Well, listen, bro, it's because liberals made this, and there's no cultural core or identity. There's no spiritual essence to the story. That's why it feels empty. It's not fulfilling any kind of ancestral archetype that we know, because ancestral archetypes are timeless themes that the second you step into a world and a story, you know what everything already means. It does not mean it's a trope, because there's many archetypes. It's nowadays we only utilize a very small select few of archetypes within storytelling. So nowadays a lot of archetypes are tropey, but in truth there's a lot of archetypes that you can work off of. Men possessed by certain ideas, women possessed by certain ideas. By the way, men and women different, so that means they're going to be possessed by very different archetypes. The problem with woke storytelling is that they are relativists. They believe in nothing. They believe that everything is equal. And because everything is equal, nothing has any foundational value. So that's the issue with this game. That's the issue with the story. That's the issue with the characters, is that none of it has an archetypal identity. And so therefore, there are no characters and there is no story. And on a psychological level, you're not tuning into anything that actually resembles immersion, something that resembles significance, something that resembles such a significance that you want to get down deep into the story. You want to know more. You don't care, and you don't believe in it either. So the pros, the combat is great fun. No, it's not. At first, it's okay. And I mean like, okay, like you don't want to freaking, you don't want to put the barrel to, you don't want to end it all. Anyways, the combat's not that great. It gets very repetitive, boring, and annoying very fast. Fast, varied, unique, even though you're fighting in obvious arenas. Yes, you are, basically like Doom. And the arenas are not well made. Doom has good arenas. And you'll know exactly when you're going to get jumped. Yes, you will. Also, this game benefits greatly from a wealth of secrets and puzzles. I do like that. The puzzles and the secrets are not that crazily thought out, but it's good enough. It's the only good thing in this game. Then this guy says this, love of God, end my freaking existence. Here we go. Cap all that off with a tantalizing loot system, and you've got a winner. What the Who gave birth to you? You believe that? You said that? Jeez. Bro, it must be rough out here. My gosh. We're making people like you nowadays? Frick. Bro, the loot system was annoying, and I don't even know why was it in the game. It was so tacked on, it didn't need to be there. I didn't even mention it in my review because I was getting tired talking about the game. Listen, dude, there comes a point, and like this is my issue with me. I don't want to have like these endless freaking reviews. So I skipped out on talking about the loot system, or I think I passed by it for 2 seconds, and maybe I just need to start gunning it down quicker when I just address these things, but yeah, the loot system sucked. I didn't like the loot system. It was annoying. And it's not just that I didn't like it. It was just bad. Why was there a loot system in the game? I don't know. This game didn't need a loot system. It's just there to be annoying. Oh my gosh. Terrible game design. So anyways, he said, I'll finish this one, and I don't always. Bro, you gotta find something better to do with your life. Fun game so far. Nice to see something original. This is original to you? This woke dog crap is original to you? This woke dog crap that was clearly didn't even have an idea behind it. If being original means I don't know where the frick my story's going. I don't know what the frick I want my characters to be. 1 second this is happening. The next second something completely unrelated is happening. You're going from location to location. You're like, why am I going all these different places? That's your idea of original? Okay, bro. How about yeah. Anyways, let's not say that. I'm about 5 hours in, and no crashes for me, unlike other reviews. Yeah, I didn't deal with any crashes. Battle is super fun and chaotic. No, it's not. I feel like Doctor Strange. Yes, this game's basically Doctor Strange, but add in wokeness. When I put my shield, lasso someone, the shield, I never used the shield. I don't know how deep you have to get into the game to use that, but the lasso was kind of cool. It gets boring to use, but it's cool. It's cool enough. And red magic shotgun them in the face. Yeah, it's mostly cool. You will either love it or hate it. No, you will hate it. And if you don't have any sense of expectations or standards, you'll just not give a crap, okay? You will either love it or hate the acting and writing. Bro, listen, you have to be a raging loser to think that the acting and the writing is good in this game. And by the way, this is feminist fan fiction, power fantasy. This stuff sucks. This is the kind of bullcrap that you would find in trashy feminist fan fiction books. Okay? I'm into it because it doesn't take itself so seriously. You sure about that? You sure that? Gosh, there's nothing to take serious in this game, bro. Think Dungeons and Dragons movie. Okay, and off that premise, this game sucks. Absolutely needs more display options, as noted in other reviews. Blah blah blah. I have the opposite problem where I want to blah 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 with HDR. Blah 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 blah. Regardless, good fun while I wait for Star. Oh my gosh. Oh, bro. That's the kind of reviewer here. That's who you are? You're the kind of guy that was looking forward to Starfield? Okay, man. Listen, when you're done chopping your frickin' fiendus off, get back to me and talk to me about all the regrets you have in your life at that point. Alright, fine. It's an alright game. Honestly, nothing special, but the combat is good. They really want the characters to be funny, and they're not, and sarcastic, but they just get annoying. Yes, they do. And you want them to shut up. No. Correction. You want to join the villains. You're like, I hate these characters so much, I want to join the villains, and I want to defeat the main characters as my new antagonists. Alright, something about graphics. Remember Lich Dumb Battle Mage? I don't. This ain't that. Okay, I guess that was a bad game. To this guy, this is a good game to him. Okay. Well, I am only a couple hours in. I could only make it a couple hours. I don't know how the heck you're still going to play it. It does seem like it's everything you wanted the game to be, but wasn't. Oh, everything you wanted that game to be, but wasn't. I don't know what that game is. The Lich Dumb Battle Mage. I never played it. Combat is fun and smooth. No, not really. And the graphics are beautiful on Series X, and it's okay. As far as the dialogue being cringe, question mark, I was upset that I see the president has equipped his daughter with ballistics too. What? Didn't make it. Wait, what? Oh, what? Is that a line that was said? Bro, I tuned out the dialogue at a certain point. So where was that said? If ever said, I don't know. But yeah, the dialogue was terrible. It was actually terrible, but I don't know what you're talking about here. Didn't make it into the RE4 remake, so you'll probably shouldn't listen to me on that front anyway. What? Okay. I don't know. Didn't make it into the RE4 remake, so you probably shouldn't listen to me on that front anyway. What are you talking about? Bro, the freaking chronology of what your review is as integral as the freaking writing for this game's story. You just went from one random thing to what are you talking? Anyways, okay, fine, just keep talking. We'll update if any glaring issues arise, or if the game becomes too cringe to play. It's really cringe. But so far, it seems like a really fun game. It's not fun. Cringe, what a popular word these days. Yeah, it's used by mostly retards and idiots, but this game's not cringe. I mean, I'll just say it's cringe just to piss off leftists, but it really isn't cringe. It's just bad, and it's just annoying, and it's low quality, and it's woke. You wanna talk about popular word? It's freaking woke. Everything's woke nowadays. You should be like, why is everyone calling you woke? Resident Evil has some of the cringiest or cringe. You meant to say cringiest, and you don't know how to spell. Lines ever. Still good. Well, because it wasn't woke. That's why this one's so bad. Anyway, okay, forget it. Every line Ralph Macchio has in Cobra Kai is so cringy you are embarrassed for him, but still good. Japanese to English equals cringe. Well, none of that stuff was woke, okay, man? It was genuine content, and nowadays everything that's woke it's so laughably bad. And yes, the writing is just facepalm worthy. Best lines in all your games are belong. Can you learn to type, my friend? Are belong to cringe. Sign me up. No, that's just false, and you're an idiot. And fill in the blank of what you should do to yourself. Oh my gosh. Okay, honest review. An amazing array of magic spells are used to save the planet. Oh, yes, because by the way, yes, they have basically a climate narrative for this game. Gripping story, but the dialogue could have been better. I give it an 8.7 out of 10. I enjoy this game more than expected. Oh, dang it, you didn't sound as much of a triggered leftist as I wanted you to. You just sound like a shill. Alright, well. Yeah, bro, it's not good. Alright, let's move on. Good game ruined by bad frame rate. It's as simple as that, devs. You put in so much effort only to let everyone down because, yeah, frame rate, blah, 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 okay? About time. Absolutely in love with this game. What's there to love? It reminds me a little bit of Metroid Prime. What reminds you in this game of Metroid Prime? Let me tell you, where is the busty? Go look at my freaking gameplay of this game, alright, bro? I sit there, I see the freaking black, ugly chick, the freaking first chick that's your, I guess, sidekick at the beginning of the game. Well, we call her boss in the game, whatever. Anyways, she dies later on. But anyways, she sits there, she's super ugly, and I'm sitting there, I'm staring at her, I'm like, where's the freaking blonde, blue-eyed, busty babe? Where's the chick I want to smash in 2 seconds? I want to insert my fiendus, my friend. But no, I don't, not with the freaking chick that we were given. This reminds you of Metroid Prime. Where's the busty Samus babe? Where's Samus Aran? Where is her freaking huge breast? I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. Her thick, tight breasts. Where are they? They're not there. They're not in the game. So what the frick is this? It reminds you of Metroid Prime? No, it doesn't. Alright, whatever. So, with all its little in-game puzzles, yeah, I liked the puzzles. The story is easy to follow along. No, it's not. Literally, the story is flying by the seat of its pants. You go random locations. You're like, why am I meeting this person? Why am I going to this location? There's a random library in a shanty town? What is going on? There's a random Pakistani guy that's like, oh wow, I walk into this place every day. I never noticed that list of dead people's names. Interesting, weird. I'm super quirky and funny. No, you're not. Shut up. Anyways, it's not easy to follow along because there's no story to follow along with. So I guess it's easy if you're brain dead. But then if you're brain dead, everything's easy because nothing's going on for you. So, okay, nothing complicated. Sure, whatever, bro. Finally, a fresh take on a first-person shooter. No, it's really not. There's a lot of first-person shooters just like this. I already want a sequel and a prequel. You seriously want to know? Okay, go watch my freaking playthrough of this game. You want a prequel to this game? You want a sequel to this game? Well, there's nothing even going on in the story, and what is going on is laughably bad. What the frick? How do we make people like you? Who made this freaking individual? Who? Alright, blurry not after update. I don't know. So, in a new spot in every map to kick a something, dude, I go crazy in new spots all over the campaign. All I have to say, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Good luck with English, my friend. Unfortunately, they scaled down the resolution down on, on consoles to blah, blah, blah. Okay, something about graphics. Okay, so that being said, this game is pretty fun if you can jump the graphics gap. Although the story is kind of, no, it's not meh. It's terrible. It's bad. It has a Doom feel, does, with magic being your primary weapon. While it can definitely be improved a lot, yes, emphasis on a lot. It was a solid try, and woke. Blurtles of Aveum? What does that mean? It's, blurry. Now, the gameplay itself is basically Doom Eternal with magic. Yes, it's fun, but it takes a bit to get used to all your stuff. Okay. Whatever, man. See ya. Okay, so a bunch of people saying it's blurry. It kind of was blurry at times. Not all the time, but sometimes. Alright, so I think that people are giving this game way too much shit, brother. Especially people who don't appreciate how joking and fun the characters are. If women demeaning men is joking around to you, you are a leftard, okay? And you have problems. And you don't know what actual charisma and what actually joking around with people looks like. You're not normal. Alright, so screw you, you frickin' university, college, retartar, wokey that bought this game or didn't. You're shilling the game, so you probably didn't even buy it. Whatever. Not every game has to be serious. Yeah, that's true. And not every game has to be frickin' dog crap woke as well. Where's the line? Where were we? Blah, 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 blah. Not every game has to be serious, and this game conveys that message in a perfect way. No, it doesn't. This doesn't have good writing, doesn't have good characters. The women talk down to men. The women, by the way, this game doesn't even joke like ever. This game isn't even funny. What are you talking about? That the game is somehow not taking itself seriously and joking all the time? If being a smart anus libtard is being funny to you, yeah, this explains why liberals are not funny. All right. And why they make games that go broke. Because apparently someone else was getting triggered in here about the fact that the staff was laid off, which, please, thank you. Please lay off freaking liberals, defund leftists, get them out of these industries, start hiring conservatives. They're actually funny and all that stuff. They're still libtards because, again, there's no actual right wing. It's neoliberals or nouveau liberals and libtards, okay? There's both sides. Everyone is fighting for the same politics. Go look at freaking conservatives. They all fight for multiculturalism, egalitarianism, feminism. What's the other one? Liberalism. There's another one outside of that. They kind of play a little bit with materialism, nihilism, atheism, a little bit, sometimes. Less so on that front, but still they kind of play to the tune of all those things. So anyways. And by the way, I have no problem with intellectual nihilism. What the frick? That's not going to make sense to anyone because no one even understands what that means. Anyways, just forget it. I'm okay with people exploring ideas. That's what I mean by intellectual. And if the idea that you're pursuing is like pseudo-nihilistic, that's fine. But that's not what most people are doing. Most people are not just exploring ideas intellectually. Most people are just regurgitating random thoughts that don't even mean anything. They don't even know what they're saying anyways. And most of them are saying thoughts that they didn't even prove to themselves. And that's what nihilism is. Ultimately, nihilism might make sense to you if you rationalize it a certain way at its start. The longer you go with nihilism, though, the more you try to justify it, the more you try to complete the entire thought loop, you realize it's broken. And we're not going to get into that. Nihilism's stupid, nihilism's bad. I'm sick and tired of it in our stories. Let's just leave it there. Love of God. So he says things about crashing. Cool. One more thing. The game's combat system is a lot like Doom, but the dash is on a pretty long cooldown, which is really annoying. So although it's challenging to keep track of, it gives a little more of a challenge. Yeah, it's annoying. All right, 1 star, blah, 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 demo, stuff about, really a shame because the concept looks intriguing. Yeah, it's not. Fun game, very disappointing graphics. Like so many others, I feel like this is a fun game and could be a great game, but the graphics are cringe. What? The graphics are cringe-worthy bad? Listen, bro, if you want to get labeled cringe for using the word cringe, why are you saying graphics are cringe? Just say the graphics are blurry and bad. Why are you calling graphics cringe? And again, by the way, cringe is an emotionalist term. There's a way you can use almost any word in the language, the English language, without emotionalism being applied. But most people use the term cringe emotionally. So this guy says cringe. Okay, how are graphics cringe? And there's no emotional association to be made with graphics most often. Why are you saying cringe? You're cringe. What the frick? Great tech, but I'm bored. Wanted to love this, but the characters are lifeless. And they're just boring. They're annoying, boring, they're uninspired. There's nothing important about them. They suck. And crippled by poor voice acting. I was talking over most of the voice acting, and yes, the voice acting isn't really that great, but whatever, bro. It's really, like, the writing is worse than anything, because, like, the voice acting was pretty average, kind of. I hate the character. Bad casting all around. I don't like the characters. I don't know what the frick they were thinking with this game. It sucks, and it's woke, okay? What do you mean by poor voice acting? Because for the most part, they voice acted. It's just bad writers, and yes, the worst freaking casting you can imagine for characters. Everything sucks. Anyways, cringy dialogue, yes. Calling a woman sir, multiple women sir, men calling women, again, it's just a male humiliation ritual. Get the frick out of here. Graphically amazing, not really, but it's okay. Yeah, it's decent. But repetition and puzzling story, the story was terrible, bro. And design choices hold this back from its ambitions. It has no ambitions, it's woke. Go look at someone that's not woke. They have better ambitions than this crap. Way to quit your game. When this game first launched, I loved it. Why did you love it? Wanting a second playthrough, but why would you want to play a second time? Okay, bro, good luck with life. Yeah, you got it on discount. Well, good job, EBT gamer, and enjoy your crappy EBT game. Major graphical issues on Series S. I can imagine that. Series S has a lot of issues with graphics. A lot of graphics look bad on the Series S, and the Series S doesn't really have a lot going for itself. Tremendous. Oh, thank God we found another shill. Original and fun game. Reminds me of playing Titanfall 2. No, it doesn't. Or Bioshock. No, it doesn't. When they first came out, not in gameplay or control. What? Bro. But more so in that feeling of not being stale. No, this is really bad and stale. And ugly, too. Who are you? A refreshing game, you could say. No, it's not. This is... Bro, this game freaking tore away at my soul the longer I played. At first, I was like, I might be able to take a little bit longer of this game. Then once when we got like past 1 hour and a half, I was dying. So refreshing? Refreshing. You feel rejuvenated by playing this game? No, I think you have problems. You're woke. All right. Rewards explorers, it does, with hidden chests, which I do like, but the chests don't have anything really that unique or interesting to loot, and bonus loot, but also a direct path and story for those looking to blaze through. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I can appreciate that too. Almost a Borderlandsy feel. That is totally not true. What the frick is... No. Borderlands is way different than this, and I also hate the Borderlands games, and I wish I never put my time into the Borderlands games. I wish I could be paid for how much time I wasted with the Borderlands games. Someone give me $10,000 because I wasted my time with those games, then I would say it was worth it. Okay? No one's doing that yet. Please, give me money, ESG. Please. Almost a Borderlandsy feel in that aspect. No, it's not. Game, an excellent job. Let's feel in that aspect. Game, okay. Learn how to type. Excellent job of giving the good feels of other games, but adding original twist and mechanics. Wow, that is some heavy shilling. None of that is true. Fun game. I wish the spells didn't feel regurgitated. The ones I opened so far, the voice acting is subpar. There's definitely room for improvement. Yeah, it sucks. You're wrong. When I saw the trailer for this game, I thought it looked fun and innovative. Well, then you picked it up and you realized it was dog water horse crap wokeness. Alright, guys. I think we're done with... Oh, wait, sorry. He keeps talking. Oh, how I wish there was a trial before I bought it. Even $40, 40 pounds is too much for this game. The characters unlikable as they get. Not really. All the characters around the main character are really as unlikable as they get. And masculine women, they're completely unlikable. The battle sequences start to feel the same after 20 minutes of gameplay. They're also not very well made. They're very poorly. The choreography of the battle scenes are bad. I didn't even mention that in the review. There's too many things to mention with how bad this game is. The story I found to be extremely boring. I actually requested a refund, as you should. But sadly, I didn't get it because I had played this piece of garbage for 2 excruciatingly long hours. I'm good. Not going to make an account with whoever just to play a game. This garbage is getting old. It is ridiculous that you pick up a single player game and you have to make an account with these people, or you have to sign a freaking agreement to play their game. It's ridiculous. It's like, okay, what is this? Like, if I say the wrong words or some way, somehow, you can just determine that I shouldn't own this copy of my game that I paid for? Like, why am I signing these agreements to play a single player game? For so long, we didn't have to sign agreements for single-player games, but now we do? So what, so that you can control us with your woke identity politics? Get the frick out of here, man. This is why they always want to, though, push their freaking agreements onto you so that they can weaponize their politics against you. I'm the customer. Go screw yourself. Could have been good. It feels like they focus more on something other than the story. I agree with that. Even though they did put a lot of energy into the story, it's like the actual labor, so like the actual talent, the actual talent went into everything outside of the story. Not completely, but a little bit. I kind of agree with this statement. You can predict everything that happens from the first second you start. Yeah, pretty much. The characters are mostly sarcastic, playing at being funny, and they're not funny. And their sarcasm sucks, and they suck. Mixed in with a few angry characters and female officers demanding to be called sir. Very true. The magic is dull with none of the imaginative spells you would usually associate with spellcasters. Very true. Instead, making your magic more like a gun that needs to be reloaded, which is also kind of a why. The graphics are focused more on the characters who look good, not as good as Cyberpunk, okay, I don't know about that, or the like, but good nonetheless. The graphics outside of the characters seems to be on par with or slightly behind Skyrim. Not too great, but not that bad. Complete with a lot of blurring in combat. There are no real secrets to the game. Yeah, no, not really. Just chests that you can't access because you have to acquire the spell somewhere down the line in the story. That's also true. The puzzles are really not that intricate. You just kind of have to run around places to get to them. I do agree with this. Some of the puzzles are cool, but it's not like all the puzzles are really that great. Interactions with characters are set dialogue. Yes, that's also true. Taking away all the consequences we have become accustomed to as RPG players. Well, it's modern gaming, bro. It's this way with a lot of things. Okay, anyways, ugly but fun. Interesting. Okay, another shill. Well, okay, guys. This video went for about 10 minutes longer than I intended to have it go for. By the way, the overall rating is a 3.5. And yes, I do believe a lot of these people are absolutely shills, like actual shills, because we know these companies pay for a lot of people to shill for their product. This is an actual thing that's known within the book industry, movie industry, television industry, and of course, gaming too. Most of the reviews that you will see that are 5 stars are typically shills. Shills who their copy was paid for, they were paid to review, in some way they were given some kind of benefit to review. And for these big companies, there's no other reason to do it. You know, I can get it if they're smaller, right? It's like, okay, it's kind of hard to get reviews if you're a smaller company. If you're an indie developer, you have to really bust your freaking anus to get reviews. It's really difficult, and I mean really difficult. And that's one of the toughest things about indie developers is that most of them can't even really gauge what the true worth of their product is because there's really nobody leaving feedback. And this is another thing to mention is that most people who pick up a game, they don't leave a review. And I mean most people. You know, you will see games that sell millions of copies and there's only like 10,000 reviews. So just take that for mind. Like a lot of people don't really leave down their thoughts. It's not like everybody should, but most people just don't. So it's really difficult for especially indies for them to ever figure out what do people actually think about what I made. Maybe it's the best thing ever. Maybe it's not. You don't know. Because if you don't get enough exposure, well, then you're never going to know. So that's different though, because when we come down to EA, because Immortals of Aveum was co-created with EA, okay, in association with EA. They have a huge player base. They have a bunch of money for marketing. They're going to get feedback. So again, they get these shills though. Starfield got a lot of shills too. A lot of these woke developers, they grab a lot of shills, a lot of wokies to review their product and say a bunch of stupid crap that isn't true, or say a bunch of stuff where they're just kind of making up, they're fluffing up the value of the product so that they can sell the product, right? And then you pick up the game and you're like, this is dog water horse crap wokeness. And that's, of course, that's what Starfield was, and that's what Immortals of Aveum was. There's many other games just like this. I'm forgetting their names right now, but they came out recently too. But anyways, bro, this is, of course, my review. Everything I said is correct. And by the way, it's not ma'am, it's sir.